Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here with another StarCraft 2 commentary, and I'm actually a bit upset right now as I climb the ranks of Masters in the StarCraft 2 ladder, hoping for that Grandmaster spot. I'm playing better and better opponents as my MMR goes up, so you know every once in a while I'll get a Grandmaster. But unfortunately, an amazing game I had against one of the most annoying, trollish, cheating Grandmasters there is. That would be ratsdeezer. The replay did not save because I didn't enable all replays to save, so I'm very sad, Panda, about that, but hopefully I'll get another chance against him. It was quite a hilarious game, actually. He cannoned me out, and then I busted it down, and then Bailing busted him, and he didn't force field, and it was really funny, and then he tried to sneak a base with Dark Templar, but then I just dropped all my lings in his base. But it was a lot of fun, and hopefully from the future, future, get it? RGNFuture. In the future, I'll make sure to save all my replays. I checked that option on Battle.net so I don't miss any more Cyvers-Deezer games. But I was really bummed out, man. I didn't even feel like casting today because I really wanted to do that game. But instead, I'll play against RGNFuture from Team RGN. I think it stands for Rain. They field quite a few good players, and I've actually played Future a lot. So me and him are kind of long-time sparring partners, sort of, on not speaking terms because we don't really acknowledge each other, just because all we do is ladder when we see each other. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. But there is a Forge first. You can see that Future is blocking off my expansion, which is why I chose to go an 11 pool. It's a more solid build. You know, I've been advocating the hatchery first a whole lot lately. And, you know, most Protoss players will block the hatchery first. So I feel like 11 pool is a pretty good economic build. It kind of tricks your opponent into not doing anything too aggressive, like Nexus first or something like that. And also you can get some lings out just in time to take down this pylon right as you need to expand. You get your queen early for some injects and drones. It's just a pretty good all-around build. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of it. You can see from the production tab if you want during this game exactly what the timings are, but very cool build, and we'll see how it works out in this game. I have not yet scouted my opponent. My Overlord did go to the wrong location, and there's the cancellation of that hatch, or of the extractor. So that does two things. One, it leads him to believe that I am getting an early gas, and two, it frees up supply so I can get 4 lings and a queen. Otherwise I'd only be able to get 2 lings. And here's why the early lings are useful. This pylon's essentially wasted because I wasn't planning on expanding that soon anyway. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. But the expansion is going down. Second queen is going to be on the way soon as well. The inject is almost about to pop. It's about halfway. That bitch better get on your job, you slut. And this is a common tactic. When you're chasing away a probe, you just want to deselect one of your lings to go after that probe, especially probes more so than SCVs, because you don't want them going around the map throwing down pylons, and as always it's good to kill a probe. And here I kind of have a little bit of lapse of judgment. I go down to the wrong base even though I'd already scouted it, and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? No, this isn't right. Oh, turn around. So I am going to go to the choke of this base up here, and see, this Nexus is a lot later than some Protoss would try to get away with because the pool was so early, so that's pretty cool. A bit careless there, running up into that cannon and losing a ling, and that's just like a stupid mistake that you should never make. You should never run your lings up there like that and die. Duh. But you can see the saturation's looking pretty good, 23 to 20. This is kind of the point where Protoss tend to pull ahead in their harvester count because of that quick Nexus, but his Nexus was slow, one thing. And also, I think this is a fairly economical build. Looks like I'm going to transfer 10 out of about 18 drones, so less than half of your drones being transferred. You don't really want to transfer any more than half. Even half is a lot. I would say transfer 40% or less of your drones. It doesn't matter too much. It's actually kind of a small deal, and only takes place, is only relevant in longer games. So still continuing to drone up, still no gas. I'm going for a very high mineral economy, and Future's actually producing 2 more Zealots. He's got 2 Zealots already, and he's producing 2 more. He's got only a single gas going, so if I were able to scout this, if this Overlord were in the right position to scout this gas, I would be expecting some kind of early pressure, early gateway pressure, especially if I would to scout the chrono boosted gateway. So looks like Future posing for a Zealot heavy attack. I'm just now getting my 4 geysers all at once. I'm at 34 drones to 29 drones, and I don't know if I'm going to have what it takes to defend against this. I don't even have a spine. I've got 3 queens, though. One of them laying creep, so that's going to be good for kiting my queens around, kiting any lings around that I might produce here in a second. And here he comes. 6 zealots, 7 zealots on the way. These lings are going to gotta run, lings, you fat asses! Oh no, you can't take that! Don't do it! Oh, he got away. What a baller ling. But now I've got to frantically start pumping lings. Macro hatchery is on the way. And again, I have to fine-tune this build. I'm not sure why I have so much money and if that macro hatchery is necessary. But a lair is on the way as well. I'm still going to prepare my lair because I know I'm going to have plenty of money to spam lings against these zealots. But here they come. He's got 7 of them. Does he have +1? No, he does not. So that's going to be kind of good for me. And in go the lings and the queens. But zealots are so strong against lings. I'm trying to run the lings back and get the queens to focus, or get the queens to tank a little bit more damage. But that's not going to happen. 1 queen kiting, 2 queens kiting, all 3 of them kiting. The lings now going in once more, and this zealot is going to chop down 1 queen, chop down 2 queens. So nice control by Future, managing to snipe 2 of my queens with just that single zealot. And he is going to push me back into my base. He's got 1 zealot going for the base, another going for that final queen. Is she going to get away? 20 more lings on the way. This macro hatch isn't going to be in time to give a lot of reinforcements. And down goes that queen, but she gets an inject. Oh, that bitch! She injected at just the right time, and now this drone's just going who knows where, and he gets picked off. And finally the attack is cleaned up, but I had to pump so many lings, I couldn't really get a bunch of gas during all that. And RGN with the nice, or Future with the nice little timing attack there to force me into so many damn lings. And now he's pulled ahead, 41 to 36. I think he might have even killed a couple drones there. Units killed, Control R. Yeah, it looks like he did kill 3 workers. I've only killed 1 of his worker, that one in the beginning. So, again, nice timing attack there. I'm going to chase down the zealot. I'm not too worried about this zealot doing a whole lot, but, you know, might as well kill it. Creep spread still being maintained, and now that I have that macro hatch, I can just harvester up as hard as I can. And Future, man, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Taking a 3rd base already, way faster than a Zerg. I'm not even thinking about taking my 3rd base. However, I am taking a Spire, and if you're a Future and you're taking a 3rd base, as well as teching, or not teching, as well as doing an early gateway zealot pressure, you're not going to have a whole lot of tech. You're not going to really have starports, a lot of stalkers or sentries. And so these mutas, as you can see the Spire almost on the way, they might be pretty darn effective against him. It's now 49 to 52. And I'm just saving up my gas, saving up my minerals for that Spire to complete. And there it is. Where are you, Spire, you sexy little penis-shaped object? +1 attack coming down, and 6 mutas. Soon to be about 10 mutas if I have the food. Yeah, I do have the food. There's 8 mutas. Come on, 9 mutas and 10 mutas. Where are you at? Well, I should be making more mutas, but I'm not, because I'm bad. More drones on the way, though. There we go. There's 10 mutas. Speed for those Zerglings has finished 11 mutas. And what does Future have to really defend against this? He's got no protection in his main. He's just now producing some gateways and some robotics, so he's only got 4 gateways. Ultra greedy macro build for Future. And but it sure is paying off in the harvest count. 61 to 55. The mutas are out. And be careful about moving in with mutas too soon. You don't want to move out with a number of mutas that, you know, won't be able to do a lot of damage, even if your opponent isn't prepared for it. And that's why I am waiting a little bit to rally a couple more mutas, then I'm going to go in. And if there's an indicator that would tell me Future is doing something weird, it would be that this gas has only been mined for 50 gas. And that's why I should be thinking, okay, he's probably got a 4th base, let me go take that out. But instead, I am going to go for the main. Both bases are vulnerable, as you can see, and I'm taking my 3rd as well. Harvester is now 60 to 70, Future looking great. And he is completely defenseless. So tons of probes going down, losing so much, and now he's got 5 sentries and 6 stalkers. But sentries, man, they are so light on HP, so I'm going to take down every single sentry and then get the heck out of there. Completely worth it. Worth losing 2 or 3 mutas over, because those sentries can no longer force through, they can no longer store up energy. And I'm going to snipe a couple more probes, evening out the harvester count to 60 apiece. Now I have map control, and I've got even bases with Future, but as a Zerg, you really want to be higher bases. I think I might have him beat on tech as well, forcing him to cancel that Twilight Council. I don't know if he's going to reproduce that somewhere, but I don't know if he noticed that he lost it. So these mutas doing a great job so far, continuing to rally drones to this extra base, 72 harvesters. So I have managed to take the lead thanks to some tech play, and yeah, thanks to some tech play, that's about it. He is keeping some stalkers in his mineral line. Now only mining off of 2 bases. Doesn't feel completely safe in his main yet. There goes the transfer. I'm going to try to fly right on by that, go to the expansion. Completely defenseless. I still don't know that he has a 3rd base, keep in mind. I can't see it on the minimap, Looks like I killed about 5 more probes or so, and I'm going to run right in onto this cannon and kill even more probes. It's just 1 or 2 cannons firing away at your mutas, and you can see I didn't lose a single one. A lot of them are weak, but a lot of times people will be deterred just by a single cannon, or even just 2 cannons or 2 spores or 2 turrets, 1 or 2 turrets. Turrets are actually pretty beastly, but do not be deterred by it. You can actually kill a lot of stuff, you know, while being shot down by those. Harvesters are now looking at 76 to 54. 4th base is coming up, and still I haven't spotted this 4th base. He was able to cannon it up by now, but oh, I could have gone there. Oh, go to the main, go to the main. And right now I'm just kind of focusing on harassing. I obviously want to expand as much as I can, as much as is feasible or logical or whatever. And that's exactly what I'm doing. He's got about 8 stalkers, and actually my 17 mutas could have killed those 8 stalkers, so I probably could have engaged there, especially with that +1 attack. Although he is 1/1 himself, so got to be a bit careful about that. And at this point, you're kind of thinking, okay, the effectiveness of my mutas is kind of wearing out a bit. You want to try something else, you know, to really eliminate the armies, and that's why I'm getting drops for my overlords and a baneling nest. And, you know, just drop on top of the opponent if he's got a bunch of sentries or zealots, stuff like that. If he doesn't micro his stalkers, the drops will do some pretty good damage against the stalkers. And, yeah, stuff like that. So it's now 89 to 65, that additional base. Do I have any music on? Yeah, I have music on. The additional base now up and running for my 4th up here, as you can see. Looks like I'm going to snipe 1, 2, 3. No, not quite 3 stalkers. And where's my infestation pit, man? I should have an infestation pit. Baneling nest is up, but no infestation pit. 88 drones. Losing track of my drone count a little bit. That's kind of high. You don't really want to go that high, especially, I don't even know. But, oh no, Future getting a bit over aggressive, losing some stalkers to those +2 mutas. Now they are going to back up. Still 3 mutas here. Overseer preventing any kind of observer scouting. Of course, Overseers aren't going to be in Heart of the Storm because they're stupid. 5th base now on the way, so it's now 5 bases to 4 bases. 87 Harvesters still. Watch that Harvester count, man. Infestation Pit on the way. Another Macro Hatch on the way. Or actually, that's the expansion right here on the way. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get in their Macro Hatch, actually. And I should start preparing my Hive. Looks like Future's going for the Templar tech. Muta's still going for some harassment. Only 2 cannons in the main. Probably could take care of that. And it looks like drop play has finished. Will I be able to do anything with it? Oh, could have picked off some of those sentries. Nice blink, able to snipe 1 or 2 the mutas. 17 banelings on the way, as well as more zerglings. My melee is only 1-0. Could consider putting down another evolution chamber and working on those upgrades a bit more, since I am so high in the money. 16, 20 or so banelings on the way, and this 5th base is about to be operational on gas. When you get past 3 bases, you really don't need to mine anything from those new bases but gas. I mean, if you want to like transfer half your drones and put it on minerals, that's fine. But gas is really what's important, you know, once you get past that 3rd base, 4th base, 5th base, etc. And I'm going to try to go in here. I know he has control of the watchtower because I saw him a second ago. Banelings loaded up into those overlords. Unit count, we're looking at 29 mutas, 17 banelings, 67 lings. Nice force field blocking off all those lings. I'm going to move in anyway. I need to be able to snipe those sentries, and he has to blink away, dropping the banelings on top of the sentries. Not the most effective baneling drop. But it did, you know, destroy a lot of sentries, force him out of there. And actually, I was wondering how he saw this overlord. Oh, he has a tower. I was like, how do you kill my baneling overlord? But he actually has a tower. Now going in once more, this Archon's going to deal tremendous amount of damage to those mutas, with that splash especially. And now dropping the banelings in once more, destroying almost every single zealot. Well, all but 3 zealots anyway. And mutas continuing to rally, 14 mutas on the way. And they're just so powerful, man. Even against 2-1 stalkers, these mutas are incredibly powerful. And I really like this. You see how Future's kind of responding to the mutas by getting massive armor upgrades. That's really going to mitigate a lot of the splash damage of the mutas. So that's pretty intelligent. And I feel like he's doing that deliberately because of the mutas. What I don't like, however, is how he's using Archons instead of Storm. I feel like Storm would be really good against Zerglings. And even if you only catch the mutas for a couple seconds with the Storm, it's really good against mutas too. Here we are again. Lots of Lings rallied once more. Attack commanding into the tower, just trying to throw whatever I can at him because the food is so lopsided, and I have that 5th base. And it looks like the Zealots are going to tear apart every single Zergling, but the mutas with their 2-1 upgrades, even an armor upgrade on the muta, I'm going so heavy into the mutas, as well as a Greater Spire on the way, are able to do so much damage against the Protoss. They just don't have an anti-air response like the Terran do with the Thors, with the Marines. The Stalkers just aren't quite as good. Storm is a little bit inconsistent, and going in once more, 10 more mutas on the way, just focusing down those Stalkers. I'm trying to keep his food count low, and it looks like 294, these mass muta play is going to do it. Now taking a 6th base, as you can see on the minimap, rallying in some Lings. Greater Spire almost done. I can choose to get some Corruptors if I need. This Archon, not the greatest anti-air, although he got a couple shots off. Now fleeing with the probes, and looks like this is going to be it. A GG well played from RGNFuture, and I was able to seal that game despite a pretty nice early Zelda attack from Future, but... Oh, my buzzer's going off. Oh, shit! I'll be right back! Fuck! God damn it, the whole time I was like, why are these headphones so static? But then I realized it was my oven buzzer going off. Jeez. But yeah, a really cool game. The mutas gave me enough map control to take 5 bases fairly fast, and then I just overwhelmed him with the +2 mutas. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love boogers. Peace out. Oh man, felt good.